Welcome to another episode of Behind the Studs, your home improvement and remodeling podcast, where the two most entertaining guys discuss the do's and don'ts in home construction and in the remodeling industry. Remember that you can nail it, paint it, or just tune into the show. How about that? Here are your hosts, Colin Shaw and Jimmy Driscoll.
What's up, Mr. Driscoll? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Good to be here again.
Ready for another episode of Behind the Studs?
Episode 14.
Episode 14, Season 2.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I saw outside right before I came in
What's
to the
that?
office?
What?
A mosquito.
Is you really?
And I'm like, dude, you are so lucky you waited a week to come
Yeah.
here because last
A
week you would
lost
have been
soul.
fried.
Yeah, right?
We had Renee Purdue.
Yeah.
She was awesome.
Great show.
Learned so much.
Yeah.
Much. I was having conversations with people. I'm like, did you know?
Yeah.
They're like, no, I didn't know.
40 kinds of different kinds of
There's
mosquitoes.
40 different breeds.
Yeah, they have bigger wings and they can fly further. They
Exactly.
can fly all the way down to freaking
Right.
Bridgeport and they can sting you right in the ass and then you got triple E.
Yeah, I mean, I learned a shitload of
Yeah.
it, so that was awesome.
It
That
was
great.
great.
So, Renee, thank you again. We really did have a good time with you.
Thank you very much.
Always welcome back on the show.
Absolutely. And well, hopefully when we do our when we do the home show down at Mohegan Sun
Yeah,
in
hopefully
February,
we're there.
we'll interview her again because she has some
Absolutely.
more tips and more stuff that you could do for in the spring.
Sure. And then we'll have the camera with us, too. Kind of she can show us some of the new stuff that she's got displayed there and stuff like that. It'd be great.
You know what I've been seeing a lot of now too?
What?
It's really a lot of people. They're planting grass. They're tearing up the old stuff and they're putting the grass down now because the soil is cooler and the grass is popping.
Yep. They say
You know?
this is the best time to grow grass.
Yeah.
Is in the fall.
Yep.
So then it goes dormant, and then once spring hits,
Ba-boom.
it's just tons of green.
First time ever got moles.
That's
I
not
got
good.
moles.
You got moles?
Yeah, and not on my back either.
Thank God.
I'm talking in the lawn.
In the lawn. Ugh.
They come from everywhere. I think we
You
talked
can't
about that
stop
last
them.
week because of the
Yeah,
mulch.
I think we did.
All right,
Yeah,
well, I'm not going to
but-
repeat myself.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm like, wow.
Once
Never
I-
had them before in my life.
One time I had them, and then I was talking to my neighbor. They're like, "Yeah, we used to have moles all the time, and now they're gone. We did this GrubX thing, got rid of all the grubs." I'm like, "Son of a bitch, you sent them to my yard."
Yeah, but moles eat worms, not so much the grubs. Anyway.
Yeah, you got to get that stuff out of there.
Yeah. Well, my other friends had a beautiful lawn, and then some people moved in next door, and they built a house. And when they excavated and vibrated the ground,
Yeah.
there they go. They
Yep.
came from they came out of that property, all under theirs.
Yep.
Oh, trench warfare.
Yeah, not good.
Do they still have those smoke bombs you put in the freaking lawn?
Yep, they do.
Those are funny looking.
My in-laws have the traps.
The circles of death.
Well, you stick it down into the
Yeah.
dirt right where their tunnels are.
Yeah.
So that then when they go through, it snaps.
Yeah.
And kills them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when I first started dating Tanya, I went over there to mow the lawn when they were down in Florida.
Yeah.
They forgot to tell me that they had those there. I ran over it with a lawnmower. That thing went shooting straight up in the air. I'm like, oh my God, they tried to kill me.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
Really?
They still use them, though. They still
Well,
use them.
the big steel spike ones.
Yeah. So that when they go through it, they just
Yeah.
like a guillotine. Yeah.
So what did you do? You hit it with the lawnmower?
I hit it with a lawnmower and it caught onto the wheel and it went shooting straight up in the air. I'm like, Tanya, I'm like, your parents tried to kill me. The last time I mowed their lawn.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Just throw a grenade at you.
Right, exactly. Well, I did know a guy who had the moles and he put in dynamite into the hole.
Dynamite?
Not a good idea.
No.
Especially when it was near the house and it caught the house on fire.
Really?
Yeah, luckily I had a garden hose nearby and was able to
Dynamite.
dynamite.
Not like a M45.
Dynamite. I mean, it was like a quarter stick or whatever it was, but still
Quarter
enough.
stick, yeah.
Enough to
Yeah,
do
quarter
damage.
stick. Yeah, cherry bomb.
Yeah. I got that call from his wife. You won't believe what he did now.
M80. An M80.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
put an M80 in the hole.
Yeah.
It just, all right, we don't
Anyway.
even go there.
Yeah. Call Renee.
Call Renee.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let her figure it out.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Um.
So a couple of weeks ago, you had a couple of pairs of pants
Yeah.
that you had
Still got
laying
them.
out here. You were just talking all about them.
Yeah, I've got a pair of construction Dickie pants, and I got a pair of Carhartt pants. I got the Carhartts on now.
You do. Okay.
I was really favoring the Dickie pants because the Dickies they build them just like carpenter pants, which are great, like a thinner material. If you're doing heavy construction, I don't know how they'll work out, but if you're doing like light construction, home improvement, stuff like that, if you're a homeowner around the house, these pants are awesome. They're awesome.
Okay.
What was that all about?
That was just a little virus protection thing that came up.
Oh, really?
Probably only you and I heard it. They probably didn't hear it.
Well,
That's
there
usually
you
what's going
go.
through us, so, yeah.
Okay. I just thought that was something interesting.
It was very pretty.
I just won $50.
It's like a slot machine.
Anyway, so those pants are, you can put your phone in them, of course. You know, easy around the waist, bendable, blah 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 blah. Those pants were great. I got the Carhartts. Now I would buy another pair of Dickies, and I would buy another pair of Carhartts because the Carhartts hold up much better than dungarees or jeans. You know, they are got a little bit more of a thicker material, a little tighter against the leg, where like the Lee's or Levi carpenter pants a little bit more baggy.
Yep.
Which are fine, but these Carhartt pants have I think a little bit thicker mill. They feel like tougher, and I like them. I mean, I made 2 great choices on pants.
Nice.
Great around the waist.
And you're going to buy 2 more.
And I'm going to buy 2 more.
Nice.
And best shoes or best work boots I ever bought are the Carhartt boots.
Really?
I'm amazed at them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steel toe. They weren't the real expensive ones. They were like the $80 ones.
Okay.
And they're great on the feet. Great on the feet. Steel toe. Great arch support, which I need if you're on your feet 8-9 hours a day.
Right. Especially going up and down ladders and stuff.
Yeah, and they're great. They got a great sole on them. Looks like the sole's going to last a long time.
Good.
It's leather. It was made out of leather. So, and they're waterproof when you get them.
Nice.
If you want to just clean them up later on, put some mink oil on them and stuff like that.
Yeah, just to keep them waterproof.
They're freaking rugged, man.
Really?
Best ones I've ever bought.
No kidding.
Very happy with them.
All right. Carhartt.
Carhartt.
Nice job.
Carhartt. Yeah, and Dickies too. So you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
But they don't make boots. Dickies.
No.
No. So,
No.
but Carhartt makes a lot of great products.
They do.
Yep. A lot of great clothes.
They got great hoodies. You know, I remember getting one of those. I got one for free, and when I was living in Manhattan, and that thing was like a freaking windbreaker.
Oh, yeah.
Because that weave, that real canvas weave on that, and they're tough, man.
Oh, they are.
Yeah,
They are.
And when they have the insulation on the inside, that's great. I am not a huge fan of the battery-powered heated vests and stuff like
So
that.
I did get one last year for
Yeah.
a gift. They're
Yeah.
very heavy. The battery is really heavy.
Who makes them? Milwaukee makes one.
Yeah,
I haven't tried that one.
I don't remember what the brand was, but Tanya got it for me for Christmas. And I mean, it's warm. Don't get me wrong. You know, when you set that thing to hot, it's hot. So, like too hot. The big setting. You know, you have to kind of take it down a notch. There's like 3 different settings on it.
Right.
But yeah,
I don't see how that equalizes your body, because if you're warm enough and you got like Carhartt makes such great winter gear, you're going to perspire.
yes.
And if you got that freaking thing going, I mean, I would have that as emergency in my car if like the car broke down and it was in a blizzard.
Yep.
That would be fantastic.
Or if you just have to go outside to look at something and, you know, you're not working, you're just freezing as you're standing there because the wind's blowing. Or
If
whatever
you're not
else.
moving.
Right.
But if you're
Yep.
moving, it's not, I don't think you should do that at all.
Yeah, they work. I'll definitely say they work because, like I said, I had one, so I still have it. But the battery is just really heavy. That's
And the
what I
best thing you
noticed.
need is you need a really good hat, warm hat, and you need great gloves. And we talked
Yep.
about that too.
Yep.
And they're always improving on the work gloves now. They're coming up better and better all the time.
Yep.
So I'm happy with that right now. But the hat thing is key with me.
Yep. No, very true.
You know,
very
you lose more than 40% of your body heat out of your head.
Yep.
And that's without even talking or thinking. Because when you start thinking and talking, a lot more is going out.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot more hot air.
A lot of heather.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we also talked about now this is the fall time of year. I'm sure everyone's taking out the ACs. They're probably out by now. I got mine out. Store them away. Wrap them in plastic. Good idea to just take out the filters. Wash them down. You can also get they have it at Home Depot and Lowe's. You can buy an aerosol can, and it's a disinfectant. Disinfects the whole outside of your window air conditioners, which is good. Kills all the mold that's going to be in that for the whole season until you open up again in the summer or in the spring. So if you've got the time, clean them out now, store them away, wrap them in plastic, put them away. If you don't, just remember you should do it as soon as you get it back when you take them out in the spring.
Yep.
Good idea to get all that going on that.
Yeah, and if it's not properly pitched when it's in the window, when you take it out, you definitely want to pitch it, back so all the water drains out of it.
I know, and I did a bozo no last week.
What'd you do?
I had a big one. I had a big one in the living room and the water on the floor. I thought I got it all out. I tilted it back, brought
Yeah.
it in, tilted a little further. It was like, it needed that extra 2 degrees in the house.
There you go.
Oh, son of a bitch. Did every year, son of a bitch.
I know that's the thing about those. You got to make sure that they're always.
And you got to have a good back.
Yes, you have to have a good back.
You got a very, very good
Yeah.
back.
I mean, unless it's the newer ones. The newer ones are a lot lighter than the old ones were.
Yeah, well, yeah, and they don't do a great job on your window either, which I
No.
found out. Like if you buy a cheap, like a widespread window, yeah, and it just bends.
Yeah, I mean it
doesn't
yeah,
seal
it's
right
not
after
ideal.
that. Yeah, I found that out the hard way.
I will say, I don't know if you tried it or not, but those freestanding ones that have the
Yeah.
hose that goes outside. Those
Yep.
used to have it before we put in air conditioning in our house. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, put it in the living room, cooled the whole first floor.
I have now. I'm going to try them next year because they got great reviews, and you can buy them on Amazon. It's these mini air conditioners. You fill them with water. It's a box. It's a little box. And it actually cools a room down.
Really?
Yeah, it was engineered by an engineer, of course.
Uh-huh.
And you just pour water in it, and I don't know how the freaking thing works. I
Yeah.
got 3 of them.
Huh.
And I'm going to try those out. We'll talk about that in the summer, how those work out. But they're great for, like, you have an apartment building in Manhattan or something like that,
Yep,
and you can't really put one in the window, which you don't want to do anyway.
Yeah.
These things are supposed to work really, really good. So anyway.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Are they expensive?
No, they're
No.
not. They're about $40.
$40.
Yep.
And
Next
they
time I
continue to
come
be
in.
used. They can continuously be used.
Yeah, you just add water to them, clean them out. I'll let you. I'll get more information on it. I'll bring them in.
Yeah. I would really like to
I
know
just got
about
them
them.
sitting in there.
Yeah.
The other thing we talked about cleaning out leaves, getting the gutters ready, doing all that stuff.
Yep.
Ladders.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite ladder? Do you have a certain ladder that you really like?
Not really.
I prefer. Well, the ones that I see a lot now are just because of it's Louisville
Yep.
ladders and Warner
Warner.
ladders.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's one of the more popular brands,
Right.
out there.
And I heard
think
he's
they're
a
sold.
fantastic guy.
Oh, really?
The owner, yeah.
No, no kidding.
Nicest guy.
Well, Mr. Warner, if you'd like to be on our show,
Yeah, we'd love to have you on the show.
love to.
And they're always updating their equipment and whatever. I saw some brand new Warner ladders, and I'm like, wow. And it's so worth the money to buy a good ladder. You
Sure.
hold on to the old ones, scrap it. Get $15 and go buy a steak or something, or buy some salmon or something. But get a nice ladder and make sure everything works on it, the mechanism and stuff like that. And of course, like we talked about before, learn how to use it.
Yes, definitely.
But a good ladder, be safe.
Yeah.
So-
Now, definitely, would you agree? Just spend the money and go fiberglass.
Heavy.
Yeah.
If I'm working
But
around
safer.
electrical a lot, yeah, but I don't work around electrical a lot anymore.
So you'd rather have the metal?
I like the aluminum. Yeah,
Aluminum,
easy,
yeah.
easy to carry, much
Okay.
lighter. Yeah, easier to move around.
Yep.
And the standoffs fit on the aluminums. You
True.
need different kind of standoffs once you have the fiberglass ones.
Right.
They stick out there like rabbit ears and blah blah blah.
Yep.
So,
All right.
that's what I feel.
All right. Good enough.
Good lattice.
Yeah. So one thing we were talking about earlier too was different types of siding. I was talking to you about that job I was going to go take a look at. Or
Yeah.
I took a look at today.
Yeah.
So I mean, the guy's entire house is cedar shake, wood cedar shake, the original stuff.
Yeah.
Been up there for about 15 years, so he's got a couple of sides of the house that look phenomenal. They look great. Other sides, they're just cupped like crazy.
Because of the heat, the sun.
Because of the heat, and the moisture and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's an interesting house. It's kind of started off as like this small cottage, and then they kept expanding and adding dormers and building bump outs off the backside. So now it's kind of like chopped up a lot. So he was looking at it saying, he's open for ideas on different siding to do, and I sat and I stared at it for a little bit going, where do you don't want to get too crazy and do like 5 different types of siding all on the backside, but what is going to be the best solution for him aesthetically? Yes. So you could go vinyl. I don't think you'd like it because the rest of the house isn't vinyl. Yeah. So you got to stick with something cedar, in my opinion. So one thing he was open to, and and I'm seeing more and more of this for whatever reason, but a lot of people are doing the vertical siding, so it's straight up and down. They're running full pieces, tongue and groove, cedar boards, You know, it's a different look to me. It kind of reminds me more of like a barn type look. You know, where you get that board and batten type of a look. But you know, then you're back to either the Cedar shakes, or you're at Cedar clapboards, which is, you know, the horizontal.
Well, you have to once you install that, and if you cut it, when you put it in, even if when you're cutting up for the windows, you either have to, those edges, you have to either preserve them with a clear preservative, or if you're painting them, you got to prime them or stain them right away, because that will wick and will rot, and I saw a lot of that. And then how do you fix it? You know what I mean? Then you have to end up putting trim around the rotted piece or ripping out. I had a house that I worked on this past spring, and I don't know where they got the vertical siding, but it was mill sawn. You know, like when I say that, it had the saw swirls in it. And every lumber yard I went to, even online, I could not find it.
Really?
So it was specifically designed for this house. The guy who owned the house was a wood, you know, dealt with wood. He probably cut it because it was the boards, you know, the tongue and groove boards. And I'm like, I told the homeowner, I says, I can't match this, you know, because they took the ACs out and they wanted me to fill it up with the, you know, the texture T111. So we tried to match it best we could. And she goes, I'm like, I know. It doesn't work. You know, we got to make a board or something. And I did the best that I could to make it look good. I even tried to swirl it myself. Heck, it didn't work. It didn't work.
I don't think very many people could do that.
But I mean, they were just like, you know, this is what it is. I suggested do the T111, match it up if you can, and just make that white border so you have a square on the house. So what? Put a window there then. Do something.
So if anybody doesn't know what T111 is, it's textured 111.
Right.
You can get it at the box stores and any lumber yard too. They come in a 4x8 sheet, where it just looks like siding, you know, kind of all like just put together. It's kind of hard for me to explain, I guess, obviously, but
comes in sheets. Comes in 4x8 sheets.
So
you stand it up.
I've done that on houses. You do a lot on sheds. It works out really, really well. It's a lot less labor to install, so, and a lot less expensive.
But when you're going to add the other sheet, you got to make sure you put the drip cap up that's going to go on top of it so it doesn't rot out or it's going to run through the house.
Right.
Freaking mess.
So
I'm not a huge fan of T111. Sheds, things like that, but not on a house.
I mean, I have it on my shed.
Yeah,
I mean, it was great to install because, you know, the walls are less than 8 feet, so you just run them straight across and real easy to put up.
The old look, I don't see much of it anymore, but they would do the tongue and groove siding or the shiplap, and they would add the 1x2 down the creases, so you have that, you know, the board and the board.
It's more like a board and batten type.
Board and batten, you know, which looks kind of cool. But all of this woodwork that we're doing, whether you're even that, like we were talking about that he had the clapboards, not the clapboards, the shakes. End of the day. The shakes, if he's got, and it's on I call it the hot side of the house, you need to be very attentive on that every year.
Absolutely.
Clean it, preserve it, whatever you got to do so it doesn't cup and give it that life. Like we talked before, materials are a lot different now than they were before.
Sure.
And unfortunately, you got to be diligent on that kind of stuff. Don't let it get past you or you're in trouble. You know?
And for the DIY person, Cedar shakes, the installation is not easy.
The installation?
Installation.
Installation.
Installation. So,
no.
And the corners.
Time consuming.
And the corners is where you make your money. You know, people that know what they're doing, they make those corners look beautiful. It's not as easy as it looks, so watch a lot of videos and talk to people.
I learned how to do that. And it's just, it's a weave.
It's a weave,
you know? It's a weave and a razor and a little plane, you know, and it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work to make it look good.
And you got to make sure when you shoot your numbers that everything matches on the house. So wherever you shoot to the north side of the house to the south side, that line is straight all the way around.
Get a laser, get something going.
So if it's really straight, if it's expensive, oh my God, it's so expensive. Because it's very labor intensive. Very labor intensive. You know,
and actually you'll spend more labor wise too with regular vinyl siding, double 4, D4, what they call, versus the Cedar Impressions, the shakes. Those cost more to install because it's still not easy to install those.
No.
But
I've never installed it either.
Oh, you haven't?
I've seen it.
No, it's
not
not fun.
No.
No.
You got to cut out when you got to put a window in or put a door in.
Yep.
I've kind of watched one guy do it before, and I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, the cool thing that's on it that I always find interesting
Clips.
is the temperature gauge. So the temperature,
the little temperature thing that's on the siding?
That goes on, that's on the piece itself. And then, based on the temperature, this is how far apart you have to put it from the last one that you put in so that it can properly expand and contrast.
Right.
So it's very detailed, a lot of work. But it looks pretty.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got a couple of guests coming in next week.
What we got?
We got a flooring expert that's coming in. I don't remember anybody's name right now. So that'll be good.
Well, we get it this week. We'll just let you know who's coming in.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a little promo again.
And who else?
Yeah.
Well, we don't know who else.
I don't know who else. Somebody else that's very excited.
All right.
Yeah.
Joe Schmo.
Yeah. Joe Schmo.
I never know what happened to Brian Scobie. Brian Scobie. Tex Savers. He's not going to be on the show.
He's not going to be on the show.
He doesn't want to be on the show.
No. Neither does your other flooring guy.
I know it's like cricket. Hey, Brian, it's Jimmy. I was just calling you to see if you want to click. Brian, I think we got disconnected. I just wanted to say, hey, we got a great putt. Click.
Someday.
Yeah, it's like that Pink Floyd song.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It just keeps on hanging up.
Yeah.
Just keeps on hanging up.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah. I know why is because they run other podcasts and they don't have time to be on a
Whatever.
10,000 listener podcast. That's
Whatever.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to the homeowner show.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's going to
Fun.
be great.
Yep.
Yeah, we're doing a
Love
live
good time.
feed. We're going to be doing interviews right then and there with all these different people. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. We're going to have so much fun, so much work.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
It's going to be good.
Really and if anybody, I've already reached out to one person I know, but if you know of anybody, somebody asked, they sent in a request asking about driveways, the different materials that can be used, which ones are environmentally friendly, all that other stuff. So
there are environmental. They are?
Yeah, that's
no way.
What I've read so far. Yeah.
I thought it was just all petroleum products. Now
when you want to do it with the gravel or do it with cobblestone.
Okay.
All the different other options
Those
that you
kind,
have
okay.
besides going with the straight asphalt. So
I'm sorry. I'm just end of the day, and I'm thinking
I got
asphalt.
You, man. I got you. Yeah.
If you don't do asphalt, what else can you do? And I'm like, oh yeah, gravel, stone, cobblestone, dabba dabba. Can't do cedar shake. So
no cedar shake on your driveway. No. So, what you got? Anything else today?
I'm good right now, man.
All right, buddy. Let's cut it short a little bit today.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been a long day.
Yeah.
Everybody will see you next week.
See ya.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, man.
See ya.
Bye.